You are listening to a special Royal Guard Publishing production. If you want to read the ebook version of this tale, you can find a link in the description data. Please like and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow its listeners while fueling new content. We appreciate your support. Please enjoy Isekai Warden, written by Han Yang, performed by Dylan Wheeler and Ellery Lane. Chapter 1. Distant outskirts of the Zelio system. Reckoning. Tracer fire stitched across the emptiness of space, eager to penetrate my shields. I deftly weaved my fighter, but the hail of orange rounds proved impossible to dodge. My blue shield shimmered angrily, its energy levels dropping precipitously. With a hard turn, I lined up my forward guns, locking onto the blasted asshole who led me on a wild goose chase into the depths of space. We were truly in the middle of nowhere, slugging it out until only one remained standing. After months of doggedly pursuing my target, I had finally caught up to him, chasing him well beyond the planets of this backwater system. The payday for his capture was damn near legendary, making the dangerous fighter battle all the more tense. And the best part was, I knew my aim was true. The orange rounds strafed his ship, landing 6 amazing shots. His starfighter shields popped, sizzling without power. This is it. He can't go on. Fucking finally. A squelch echoed through my cramped cockpit. Antorio's voice grated on my nerves most of the time, but in this case, it was a sweet symphony to hear him say, "You're a dick." You're not wrong, but at least I'm not wanted in 6 systems for fraud. Look, Antorio, it's just a job. I need to get paid. You need to go to a supermax. We both win, I teased, lining up my firing arc until it likely sent klaxons whirling through his bridge. My target's slightly larger ship struggled in space until the engines cut off. This further illustrated my victory, telling me I had finally caught the asshole who would earn me enough of a bounty to go on a vacation or pay off some debts. Likely debts, but a man can dream.
I can't. I just can't. See you in another life, Lennox,
Antorio said, cutting off the mic. It felt like a sledgehammer had struck my forehead when I figured out his plan. Antorio was battered, wounded, and left with no shields. He didn't shut off his engines to surrender. He shut them off for an unsanctioned and underpowered wormhole. You dick maggot, I cursed through clenched teeth. Hey, Antorio, this won't work. You know that. I know that. Listen to reason. Thick black rounds soared out of my turret. Without any remorse, I hammered down on the trigger, closing in on my target. The bastard somehow managed to erect a secondary shield that I blasted into a trillion pieces with my heavy fire. And yet, a wormhole opened, sucking him in before I could register a kill to claim even a partial bounty. Worse, the disaster he created tugged on Hunter 18, my ship, with enough force to pull me toward its gravity well. Alarms blared, a jarring tug pulled me with the ship, and I frowned at just how big of a wormhole he'd managed to generate. Oh shit, I grumbled, swiftly applying adjustment thrusters to turn me the hell around. The ship's frame groaned under the conflicting pressures.
Warning, warning. Gravity field unsustainable.
Bitching Betty, the ship's advanced onboard program, warned. I applied additional power to the engines, only to have what I figured was a safe escape turn disastrous. On the rear display of my ship, I saw that the idiot didn't generate a wormhole, and in his desperation, he somehow created a black hole. With every last ounce of power my battered Hunter 18 could muster, I fought to escape my inevitable doom. While I fought the sucking force, I couldn't help but wonder how the hell everything went so wrong so fast. Decades of training, hundreds of apprehensions, and countless accolades produced a fantastic resume as a bounty hunter. For years, I made the galaxy a safe place. All my struggles, tribulations, and short-lived joys culminated in this very moment. The sensors painted a terrible picture. Unless some miracle saved the day, the black hole that swallowed Antorio would claim me. When the engines hit the red lines, not even coming close to escaping the sucking well of power, I concluded the inevitable. This was it. In less than 2 minutes, I'd be sucked into a location without any way home. No person, alien, or probe ever returned from a black hole, and that fact knocked the wind out of me. I didn't have a wife to call, so I contacted all my friends, hookup gals, and the fellow bounty hunters I respected. The message to them was all the same. Hey, it's Lennox. The target generated a black hole instead of a wormhole. Go figure. I shook my head with a winning smile. This is it for me. I liked most of you and hope you remember me fondly. Wishing you and yours the best. I sent the message out with a full minute to spare. Unable to just willingly give in, and knowing the odds were most certainly not in my favor, I shouted in defiance while pushing the engines for everything they were worth. A pop killed Engine 1 and a boom shattered Engine 2. Smoke filled my cockpit. The helmet and spacesuit ignored the toxic fumes, but the harsh reality of my situation reached a finality. With the engines exploding, I lost any chance of escape. The black hole sucked me into its unyielding power until I knew no more.
You have listened to Chapter 1 of Isekai Warden, written by Han Yang, performed by Dylan Wheeler and Ellery Lane. Please like, subscribe, and stay tuned for the next video.